Fasten your seatbelt. It's going to be a bumpy night.
Welcome to the Happy Hour Garage, featuring a duo of racing gals who live for the thunder of horsepower, the smell of high-octane fuel, and burning rubber at 200 miles an hour. They believe a day at the Speedway is like a day at the spa. Together, they bring you NASCAR news and interviews and get you ready for the races each week. And now, here's your hosts, Shannon Yoakum and Maureen Kelly from the Happy Hour Garage.
Gentlemen, start your engine.
Hey, welcome to the Saturday night edition of the Happy Hour Garage. Woohoo! Saturday night, it's one day closer to Bacon Day. Ha ha! I know, I can't help myself, Maureen. Hey, I'm Shannon Yoakum. I'm your host, and I am broadcasting from beautiful, sunny British Columbia, where it's still daylight. And I am joined by my lovely co-host in Pennsylvania, where it's dark. How you doing, Maureen?
Doing great tonight.
Yeah.
All my teams but one went down today, but...
Oh, that's right. You're into that college basketball stuff. Something I don't know much about. I'm sorry.
That's okay.
If it doesn't have blades on it, I really don't know much.
No, it's a big round ball. Bouncing around.
Is your team winning? That's all that matters?
Right, they are.
Okay.
Yeah. My team is winning.
And
they're ranked number one.
What's the name of them?
Villanova. The Villanova Wildcats.
Now, is that a town?
It is.
Okay.
Villanova's a town. Like, I'm just in the little town of Ambler right outside of Philly.
Mm-hmm.
Villanova is a town about 25 minutes from here. It's a college town.
Ah.
It's solely a town based on the actual university being there.
Oh, interesting.
So, yeah, it's a nice place.
I don't follow many sports except for racing, of course, which I follow avidly, but I try through you to learn football.
You did a good job
I'm
with
trying.
football this year.
I am trying, but I understand hockey completely. Of course, I was born on skates, but yeah, basketball is, I just can't wrap my brain around that. Probably because I'm so uncoordinated. I'm so tall that they always drafted me for basketball in school, you know, because back then, I mean, I'm almost 5'10", and I'm about as coordinated as, I don't know, I can't dribble and run at the same time. You know,
Yeah.
I can't do aerobics for the same reason. Anyway.
So they would have taught you.
Yeah. They made me the front center person, you know?
Yep.
It's like,
That front
really?
center person is important.
Yeah. Well, she has to learn how to dribble and run at the same time.
Yeah, well, you guys are stuck with curling up there for the week,
God.
and so...
Oh, boring.
I know.
Oh, God. Hey, we're chasing a legend tonight. Do you know that? We have a very special guest on the show. He's the 2013 Rookie of the Year most popular driver in the ARCA Truck Series. I would like to welcome to the show Bobby Dale Earnhardt. Welcome to the show, Bobby.
Thank you. Thank you for having me on tonight.
Yeah, you've got quite the southern accent. I hope, can you understand me okay?
Oh, yeah, definitely.
Oh, good. I like your accent. I'm kind of used to it. You are in what state at the moment?
I am in Mooresville, North Carolina.
Oh, you are in North Carolina.
Just 30 minutes north of Charlotte, actually.
Yeah. Hey, you know, a lot of people don't have a sort of a concept of who you are. I didn't even know what ARCA trucks were. I'd never heard of ARCA trucks. I mean, one of my fellow BCers raced in ARCA cars, but you know, I didn't know there was a series called ARCA trucks. Is this how many states do you race in?
Well, actually, they only run a lot of the northern North American states, or northeastern, like Ohio and Kentucky, and I think we run in Indiana. This year, we're running in actually New Jersey and Ohio, Indiana, and Michigan as well.
How many races do you run a season?
This season, it's going to be 15 races this season. The second most races the ARCA Trucks has had in the years they've been running.
Did you say 15? 1-5?
Yes, 15.
And you just graduated college, did you not? And do I get that right?
I've actually graduated a while ago.
Oh, yes, that's right. You're married with a baby, right? So it's been a while.
Yes, I am married with a baby right now.
Yeah, you look so young in your pictures. I put your picture up today during the Xfinity race to see if people could identify your vehicle and who you were. And you wouldn't believe how many people guessed somebody in your family, either your dad or your brother or your cousin or your uncle. And not only one person got it right, and that's because they live in the same town you do and they go watch you race.
Really?
Yeah.
That's crazy.
It is crazy. Well, you definitely got the Earnhardt look, right?
Oh yeah. Everybody tells me I look a lot like my granddad and I look a lot like my dad.
Yeah, you definitely look like your dad, I think. Yeah. Do you remember your great-grandfather?
Ralph, actually, no. He had passed away before me before I was born.
Oh, yeah. So then you would just have, like, the pictures of him and everything. Because I think that the look just sort of comes down all through the family, right?
Oh, yeah, definitely. And my baby boy is exactly the same way.
Is he really? I was looking at the pictures trying to see if he was going to look like an Earnhardt. He's very cute.
Dominant gene.
Definitely dominant gene.
Hey, tell us about this Chasing Legends show that lots of people don't know about it.
It's a show that Momentous Entertainment come to me about and talk to me, and they want to do a reality show on racing and asked me if I would like to be the star host of the show, and I told them definitely. I mean, they're definitely going to be they'll be following me through my life. Everything I do to get prepared for the race, everything we do in the shop to get prepared for the race, just all around everything that the fans really don't get to see about racing, all the behind the scenes stuff. They'll get to see that through this reality TV show, which is really cool because the fans want to see all this stuff, and it'll give them more information on what all goes into preparing a race car for each weekend.
Yeah, I think, I was thinking about it when I was reading the concept of the show, and I was thinking, Kelly started to do a little bit of that with her podcast, letting people know. But if you actually had cameras following you around, it would be more interesting to actually see everything that you put into it. So you actually have your own race shop, don't you?
Actually, there's the race shop I'm going to be running out of this year is up in Kentucky. A guy had called me and I talked with him. I think it's his uncle used to be owner of the Ginn Racing. Mm-hmm. And back in 2007, I think it was, Earnhardt and Ginn merged. And so he contacted me and thought it'd be cool if we got back together with the Earnhardt and Ginn name and done this whole deal together, and I agreed. And this year we come up with the full season in the ARCA Truck Series, and who knows where I go from there. I mean, there's a lot of opportunities with Bill Ginn and Ginn Racing, and actually it's Derby City Racing right now. But we're throwing around ideas, maybe partnering up and having our own race team in the ARCA Trucks or ARCA Car Series and throughout the series.
Now, you're pretty adamant that you want to make your own way. A lot of people don't realize that Junior or your dad or your grandpa are throwing money at you. You're having to make your own way in the sport. Tell us how you do that.
Oh, yeah, definitely. Well, actually, right now, I work at a nut bolt warehouse up in Troutman, North Carolina, and make a living doing that, paying my bills and all that stuff. And all the while going out here and trying to find sponsorship for me to go and run the ARCA trucks and progress through my career with the racing. And I've done it on my own, and I would, if my family decided to help me, and I would appreciate it. But I want to do it like my granddad. My granddad started from the ground up racing dirt and all this, and That's how I want to do it, because I honestly believe if I do it this way, then I appreciate it more.
That's a good way to think. Are you a fan of the past of the sport?
Oh yeah, definitely. I watched it my whole life and followed my granddad, and my granddad was my hero. My dad was my hero. I mean, everything that those two done, I kind of mimicked growing up.
I've seen some pictures of you with your granddad at the races. I guess one of them was Daytona, and I've also seen the Charlotte ones. You have probably some of the most amazing memories of a guy that means the world to the rest of us in the racing community. But to you, he was your granddad. It's like a whole different ball game, sort of, for people to wrap their head around.
Oh yeah, definitely, and he was more than the person at the track. He was. There's a story that I tell everybody. It was actually the January 2001. The month before he went to Daytona, me, him, and my dad went out to on his farm, and I actually got the chance to go out hunting with him and shot my first big buck with him. It was a 7-pointer with a 19 3/4-inch spread, and I mean, it was big, and I always have that memory of us going and doing that, and I couldn't be more thankful of being able to share that memory with him, and him being there before what happened.
How old were you when he passed away?
13, or just about to turn 13.
Yeah, tough time.
I noticed you put something on your Facebook page because the anniversary just passed.
Yes.
About that. I mean, having your last name, I guess it could help you in some ways, but it could probably also hinder you.
Oh yeah, definitely. I mean, having the last name opens doors that normally wouldn't be open for young race car drivers. But it also comes with a lot of pressure.
Right.
A lot of pressure to do good and finish at the top. Everybody thinks you're an Earnhardt, you should be the best of the best. It's not true. No. I mean, I'm my own self, just like my brother's his own self, my dad's his own self. I mean, we're our own self, but that pressure is always there, and everybody expects us to do better than everybody else because we're Earnhardts.
Yeah, it's kind of like having a last name Petty or Pearson or, anything. I mean, those guys, or Johnson, I mean, I think Junior Johnson's son tried racing and then he went back to school. So, but you Earnhardts, you guys keep at it, all of you. It's quite interesting, actually.
Definitely. There's one thing about us that I take to heart is the fact that we don't ever give up. We always strive to achieve our goals in life, and most likely we always achieve them. So, I mean, I can't complain with the family I'm with. I love my family. My family is always number one to me, and that's how it always will be.
What are your goals?
Well, right now my goal is we're going to run for a championship this year in the ARCA Truck Series. My long-term goals is to have a team like my granddad, like DEI, and be a Sprint Cup champion. And I'm very, I don't know how everybody's going to take this, but I'm very religious. God is number one, and He has always been number one, and He's always blessed me with many things in my life, and I thank Him every day for everything He's done for me.
Very, very good. Well, lots of race car people are like that, especially those from the South.
Yes, definitely. And that's one thing I like about NASCAR. It's the only sport that still has prayer and still has national anthem and all that in it.
Oh, yeah, exactly. How can people watch ARCA trucks? Is there some way to watch them on either the computer or TV or something?
Unfortunately, no, there's not. The reality TV show, whenever it airs in, I think we're planning to air in fall of this year, actually, fall or winter of this year. they would be filming me and filming my races, and people would be able to watch it then. I probably will have some YouTube videos posted on my fan page, so they can go to my fan page and watch that, or my Twitter, or Instagram, or whatever. Anything social media.
Oh, that's good. Yeah, well, it's the modern day of computers, so if you can put those up there, that's great. We can direct people to watch you there. What was I going to ask you? You have a number of people in your family that race. Do you guys work on each other's cars? Do you help each other? In your case, trucks? Like, how does that all work?
Well, growing up, my brother was the first one to get in racing, so naturally I helped him whenever he ran on dirt. And we won about 5 or 6 races together, and once he got up to the point where all these other people come in and started helping, and I kind of stepped back and went and done my own deal, started racing myself. But as of right now, there ain't really nobody helps anybody. I mean, as far as on their cars, we get together at Thanksgiving and Christmas, and like at the tracks with my brother and Dale Jr. I'm sure my Dale Jr. comes from my brother and gives him some pointers on how to drive the track and stuff like that. But I mean, we're a really close family, and they want to see us succeed, but on our own.
And I'm sure, yeah, your dad would want that too. And your dad was a racer, in his own right.
Oh yeah, definitely. And my dad's been there for me and give me some advice. But the one thing I love about my family is they don't give no handouts. They make us work for what we earn, and that's why we've always been I don't want to say great, but great.
Right.
Like
but that's how your family operates that way. That's the rule.
It's just like my granddad. His dad made him work for what he had, and look what he built. Junior built Junior Motorsports, and Papa Dale made him work for what he has. And my dad's the same way, and my dad's the same way with me and my brother. Oh. And that's awesome, because I think if we work for it and we earn it the way we're supposed to, we'll appreciate it a lot more, and we won't take so much for granted. And I look at that every day, and I thank God every day that he is like that, because if he just kind of this stuff and give us a ride and basically give us a silver spoon, then I might not be the person I am today. And I like the way I am today.
That's probably true. You've mentioned dirt racing several times. Is that your favorite type of racing?
It is the most fun racing. I will put it like that. I love it. But I'm actually in talking with a guy about going up to Kansas and maybe doing a couple of dirt races up there actually next month. So, and it's just going to be something to go out there and play around in, and it ain't too stressful. It's going to be fun.
Oh,
and dirt racing is always fun. I mean, whenever I went out in West Virginia and run those late models, I had a blast.
Right. I mean, you can always go back and enjoy those too.
Oh yeah, definitely. And it teaches you things that you can't learn on asphalt.
That's right. I noticed, like, even when we watched the trucks race at Tony Stewart's place.
Eldora.
Yes.
Yeah, at Eldora. That's always a lot of fun to watch. It's different. You could
definitely.
Maybe you can ask Tony if you can race out there with your truck.
Yeah, that'd be fun.
Yeah.
I know the ARCA cars go to a couple of dirt tracks too, and I'm planning on running a couple of ARCA races in the car series this year, and then next year I'm planning on running the full season. So I'm anxious. I can't wait. It's going to be really, 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 really awesome.
Are you running somewhere right now? I could hear you running.
No, it's actually cars coming by my house.
There's what?
Cars coming by my house. I'm outside.
Oh. You're one crazy interview. It's kind of fun, actually. Hey, tell me something, a little off topic. You mentioned Silver Spoon. Okay, it's well known that the Earnhardts make their own way. Each of you, you'll get some advice and stuff, but you've got to build your own team and stuff. What is your opinion on the Dylans?
They're great boys. They're. I haven't met them, but.
Well, they got handed their rides. Do you feel a sense of jealousy when you see that?
No, not really. I mean, that's every right to do whatever he wants to for his grandson, and I will say they've been in the best equipment. Well, I don't know about the best, but the top equipment.
Yes.
So I gotta feel. I have to say that's probably has a hand in how well they done. But it also comes down to they are really good drivers. I mean, it takes more than just good equipment to go out there and run around the track. They have to know how to control the cars and how to race around all these other drivers who. Some of them know what they're doing. Some of them may not know what they're doing.
Yeah, we all know who those are. Hey, tell us about your grandma, Martha.
Oh, Mama Martha, my Mama Earnhardt, what I call her. She's really awesome. She's down to earth. She'll invite anybody into her house. She ain't never met a stranger. She's just like everybody else.
She still lives in the same house, correct?
Yes, same house.
She's modest.
Yes, very, very, very modest.
How do you travel around to all these different racetracks when you have a small baby and a wife? Do they go with you?
Oh yeah, definitely. I'm not sure if they'll go out to Kansas with me. Because I have to fly out there, and we're not too sure how he'll do on the plane, but everywhere else we go, we'll be driving, so it ain't going to be that big of a deal. It's just long nights on the road and long nights in the hotel, but other than that, it ain't going to be that big of a deal.
Oh, well, that's good that you can drag them around with you, and, like you said, you're big on family, and family is a very important part of racing, so... So is your goal this year to win the championship in the ARCA trucks?
Yep. That is definitely our goal.
Do you think you've got a good chance? I mean, you've been a Rookie of the Year in 2013. You know what you're doing. You got a couple years under your belt now, and you're with a good team now.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, we've got the truck, we've got the motor. I mean, everything. We have everything to win the championship this year. Well, it's just whether we got to see how our cars fall. I mean, a lot of racing is skill, but it's also a lot of luck. I mean, you could be at the wrong place at the wrong time and get caught up in a wreck. I mean, that happens to a lot of people. So I mean, it's just a matter of if our cars fall right. I know we have the equipment, and I have the I don't want to say the skill, but the skill.
It's okay.
Yeah,
you can blow your own horn. Go ahead.
Yeah.
Hey, why don't you tell everybody how they can follow you on social media?
Well, I got a fan page. It's just go on Facebook. Search Bobby Dale Earnhardt. I got a Twitter page, and I got an Instagram page. Same thing, Bobby Dale Earnhardt. Simple as that.
Are you known as? Are you known as Bobby Dale or Bobby?
Well, Bobby or Bobby Dale, either one. I go by both.
What does your wife call you?
Depends on if she's mad at me or not.
Bobby Dale Earnhardt, get your butt in here.
Yeah.
Hey, I've been married a long time. I know how that works.
I know if she hollers Bobby, I'm okay. But if she hollers Bobby Dale, I tread lightly.
What's the funniest thing that's ever happened to you in your racing life?
I honestly don't know.
All right, what's the scariest thing?
The scariest thing?
Mm-hmm.
It would probably be whenever I raced lawnmowers. Whenever my last lawnmower race, I had a really bad wreck, and I flipped and fractured 2 ribs and had to be ambulanced to the hospital.
Ooh.
That was probably the scariest thing that ever happened to me in my racing career.
A lawnmower race. What?
Yes.
So is that like a 1600cc engine? What do you got there?
Yeah, basically. I mean, it's I think they're 24 horsepower or 18 horsepower twin motors, or no, opposed twin motors. Run about 40 or 80 to 100 mile out down the straightaway.
Wow.
Fast. 4 inches off the ground. Been modified. Basically a go-kart, except old lawnmower with go-kart parts on it.
Yep.
Okay.
I raced one of them myself. I get that.
Yep.
They flip
They're
just
fun.
like everything else does. They're a lot of fun, but they're not very. If you get caught up in something strange, you can flip over pretty quick.
Oh yeah, definitely.
And they don't usually have roll bars.
No roll bars.
Does your wife support you racing 100%? And how does she feel when you're on the track and something happens?
She's nervous, and she gets really nervous whenever I get in a wreck and scared. But she supports me 100%. She's the reason I keep going every day. There's been a couple times that it's been down, and I've been down, and I've wanted to give up, but she's been right there behind me, telling me to keep on gigging. So,
does she come from a racing background too?
No, she don't.
Oh.
She's actually from Waynesville, North Carolina. She's mountain girl. So I mean, she's just your ordinary girl.
Oh, so you didn't meet her through racing or through any of your racing stuff?
No, I actually met her through my cousin, he is dating her sister.
Oh, there you go. Keep it in the family. That's the Southern way,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah. I mean, it's not really in the family, but
No, I'm just teasing you.
it's kind of cool that me and my cousin are dating sisters.
Yeah, there you
I'm
go.
like,
And how long have you been married?
let's see, October 14th this year will be 2 years.
2 years. Oh, you're still a newlywed, so.
Yep.
And what's your little one's name?
Brylan Dale.
Brylan?
Yep. Brylon.
Oh, that's an interesting name. Is that a combination of something?
We like Braylon, and we like Bryson. So I come up with Brylan.
There you go. Good for you. Well, we've had a blast, and we'll let you get back to your fire pit and your fire, and thanks very much for coming on.
I appreciate it. I appreciate you having me on, and I enjoyed it.
We'll be watching for you. Have a great season.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Good night.
We hope you've enjoyed hanging out in the Happy Hour Garage. Thanks for tuning in. Please join Shannon and Maureen next week for another episode of NASCAR news, interviews, and stories. Check out our website at www.happyhourgarage.com for our previous shows and see what's coming up next.